Dramatic scenes from across the Pacific where tsunami waves have reached Hawaii's shores just hours after a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck off Russia's remote Kamchatka Peninsula. It's a developing situation that has triggered emergency evacuations throughout the region and put much of Pacific Rim, including the US West Coast, on high alert. Let's walk you through the latest. The powerful undersea quake hit early Wednesday local time in Russia, about 78 miles off southeast of the peninsula, shaking the ground across the Far East and unleashing a tsunami that first struck the nearby Kuril Islands, flooding port areas and dislodging vessels from their moorings. Russian authorities quickly declared a state of emergency for affected areas, including Kuril district, as footage emerged of flooding in Severokursk, and officials warned of aftershocks, some probably as strong as the magnitude 7.8. As Pacific-wide warning spread, Hawaii moved into high alert status. Sirens sounded across the island, with the Honolulu Department of Emergency Management and other officials urgently directing residents in low-lying coastal regions to evacuate immediately or seek shelter at least 4 floors above ground level. Emergency evacuation centers opened across the state. Major roads on Oahu and Maui gridlocked as people tried to reach higher ground, and the US Coast Guard ordered vessels out of harbors as a precaution. In Maui, all flights were cancelled as emergency protocols swung into actions. Amid the chaos, media icon Oprah Winfrey, who owns property on Maui, opened her private road to assist with evacuation efforts. Local authorities confirmed that the private access route located near her estate helped residents in upcountry Maui escape rising waters and reach safer ground more quickly. Her act of solidarity was widely appreciated as gridlocked roads and rising panic made evacuation challenging in several coastal areas. Initial tsunami waves began reaching Hawaii just after 7 p.m. local time. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Centers and local gauges recorded waves of up to 4 feet above normal sea level hitting during high tide in some spots. Webcam footages from beaches in Kauai and Oahu showed water levels receding sharply before the first surge, a classic warning sign that more powerful waves may follow. Experts and authorities stress that tsunami events often involve a series of waves, with the largest sometimes arriving after the initial surges have passed. Hawaii Governor Josh Green addressed the state, underscoring that waves of this size, akin to a 3-foot wall riding atop rough surf, can still cause significant flooding and are dangerous for anyone caught along the shoreline. To put this in context, today's earthquake is being described by seismologists as the strongest in Russia's Far East since 1952 and one of the strongest ever recorded in the Pacific Basin. Its shallow depth magnified the tsunami risk. The US West Coast, Alaska and Japan were also placed on high alert, with warnings extending as far as California, San Francisco, Los Angeles and Alaska. Coastal regions across the Pacific were told to be ready for sea level rise and strong currents for several hours, with the possibility of larger aftershocks sparking additional waves. So far, while there's significant anxiety and logistical disruption, especially in evacuation zones, there have been no immediate reports of fatalities in Hawaii or serious injuries on US territory. Russian authorities have, however, reported injuries and some structural damage, as well as flooding in smaller communities, but details continue to emerge by the hour. The situation remains fluid, with local and international emergency services closely monitoring for any escalation or additional aftershocks. In summary, this is a reminder of how quickly natural disasters can ripple across the globe and why Pacific nations coordinate closely on disaster warning systems. With tsunami alerts still active in several countries and waves still possible over next hours, emergency officials urge everyone in affected coastal regions to remain vigilant, heed official instructions, and avoid returning to low-lying areas until all clear signals are given out. We'll keep you updated right here with new developments as they come in. For the Asian Chronicle, I am Gunjan Handa.